Well, hello, everyone. First up, the BC Youth Conference. Second, John presented to the Justice Committee. And third, the chair of that same committee in that hearing said that certain Bible passages are clearly hateful. It's Wednesday, November 5th, and this is Quick Updates. Well, this weekend, we wrapped up our fourth and final youth conference in British Columbia. Here is Levi and Naomi.
Hey everyone, here we are in beautiful Smithers, British Columbia, where we finished the last of our youth conferences. We've had 4 youth conferences across the country. Naomi's been at all of them. How do you think this one went?
Yeah, this was amazing. We had just over 50 students come from all over BC to join us at the final youth conference. It was a super encouraging 2 days. Yesterday the students listened to a bunch of speeches, and today we had a little bit more action. We had a panel discussion with people from the local area, and then we ended the day by handing out Care Not Kill flyers around Smithers. So yeah, it was a great 2 days.
Yeah, it's just another example of action inspiring action. And we hope these youth conferences inspire not just the youth to get involved in action in school clubs across the country, but that adults in all corners of the country could get involved too.
Well, John had the opportunity to present to the House of Commons Standing Committee on Justice and Human Rights on Bill C-9. Here's a clip from his presentation.
Yet today in Canada, people are being accused, often by government officials, of promoting hatred simply for expressing moral or political views. Earlier this month, the British Columbia legislature condemned ARPA as hateful for opposing medical transitions for minors and for supporting moderate pro-life laws. A BC government MLA even told a story, a very sad story, about a same-sex couple being harassed in a public place, and then called ARPA and its supporters the harassers in that story. Blatantly false, but I guess justified because Christians hold the traditional view of marriage. Now, the member's statement, to be clear, defamed and vilified Reformed Christians as criminal harassers, which seems like a way, frankly, to stir up hatred against this group, while at the same time accusing these Christians of promoting hatred for the views that they hold. This kind of ideological bias is what the Supreme Court warned about in Keekstra, and which Parliament must guard against here.
Liberal MP Marc Miller is the chair of that same committee, and in his questions of an earlier panel, he said the following.
In Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Romans, there's other passages, there is clear hatred towards, for example, homosexuals. I mean, clearly there are situations in these texts where these statements are hateful. They should not be used to invoke or be a defense.
When a government leader publicly calls passages of Scripture clearly hateful, it reveals something far deeper than a policy debate. It shows a government forgetting its duty before God. Civil authority is not ultimate. Scripture teaches that those in power are ministers of God, called to uphold justice and protect truth. When leaders begin labeling parts of the Bible as dangerous or hateful, they place themselves above the very law that gives their authority any meaning. Our concern is not merely for Christians, but for Canada itself. A nation cannot claim to pursue justice while rejecting the standard of the one who defines it. Government serves under God's authority, and it has a duty to ensure that His word and those who live by it remain free to speak. This gets to the heart of our concerns about Bill C-9. Well, that's it for Quick Updates this week. Thanks to you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.